Hello everyone! Today we will study the diagnosis and control technology of imperfect fungal diseases. First, let us learn the main characteristics of imperfect fungus. The imperfect fungus is a fungus that has only an asexual stage, or a sexual stage that has not yet been discovered. Most of the sexual states discovered are ascomycetes, and few are basidiomycetes. Trophosomes are mostly developed septate mycelium. And asexual reproduction produces various types of conidium. Hyphae can be specialized into sclerotium, conidiophore, acervulus, and other structures. 2. Important genera of imperfect fungus and the diseases they cause. Today we focus on 14 genera, such as Oidium, Botrytis, Verticillium, etc. 1. Oidium. Hyphae specialize in Fusarium, which reaches into the host epidermal cells to absorb nutrients. Conidium is short, rod-shaped, and like a string of beads. Sexual generations are Ascomycota and Erysipphae. It can cause powdery mildew on plants. 2. The pedicels of the conidium of Bipolaris are slender, and the branches are slightly vertical. The conidium is round or oval, aggregated at the tips of the branches, in the shape of a grape spike. It can cause gray tomato mold and chocolate spots on broad beans. 3. The conidium of Verticillium is verticillate. Conidium is unicellular, ovoid to oval, solitary or aggregated. It can cause mainly green sickness in various crops. 4. Pellicularia. Conidiophores are geniculate. Conidium is pear-shaped, with 2 membranes. It mainly causes rice blasts. 5. The conidiophore of Alternaria is clustered or solitary, light brown to brown. The conidium is brown. It has a transverse, longitudinal, or oblique diaphragm. The tip is beakless or beaked, often in several chains. It can cause leaf spot disease in many crops. 6. Cercospora. Conidiophores are brown to olive brown, geniculate with conspicuous spore scars. The conidium is multicellular, thready or whip-shaped. It can cause peanut brown spot disease. 7. There are 2 kinds of Conidia Fusarium. Large conidium, multicellular. Sickle-shaped, colorless. Small conidium, mostly unicellular, oval. It can also produce chlamydospores. The sexual generation is mainly Ascomycota and Gibberella. It can cause rice bacani disease, blight, Gibberella ear rot of maize, etc. 8. Rhizoctonia. Hyphae are colorless in the beginning, then become brown. They are mostly right-angle branches constricted near the branches, forming a septum. Asexual reproduction does not produce conidium, forming brown sclerotium. It mainly causes rice sheath blight disease and corn sheath blight. 9. Sclerotium is more regular, round, or oblate. The surface is black-brown, white inside, and no mycelium is connected between the sclerotium. It can cause a southern blight of plants. 10. Acervulus of Sphaceloma, semi-buried in host tissue. Conidium is smaller, unicellular, colorless, oval, and slightly curved. The sexual generations are Ascomycota and Alcino. It can cause anthracnose of grapes, also known as bird's eye disease. 11. Coletta Tritum. Acervulus has dark brown spine-like setae, and the conidiophore is short and unbranched. Conidium is colorless, unicellular, long, elliptical, or crescent-shaped. It can cause plant anthracnose. 12. The pycnidium of Phomopsis is black, spherical or conical, buried in the host tissue, and partially exposed. It produces 2 types of conidium. Type A conidium is ovoid to fusiform. Type B is conidium thready. It can cause brown stripe disease of eggplant. 13. Bipolaris. The conidium is multicellular, has pseudoseptum, brown, long spindle-shaped with the umbilical point located in the basal cell. It can cause bipolaris matis. 14. Excelohyrum. Conidium is multicellular, has pseudoseptum, dark brown, long pike or inverted clavate, and the umbilical point is obviously prominent. It can cause northern leaf blight of corn. 3. Pathogenic characteristics of Ascomycota imperfect fungal diseases. Ascomycota and imperfect fungus are more diverse and can mainly cause leaf spot, anthracnose, powdery mildew, rot, wilt, dry rot, overgrowth, and other diseases. Symptoms: mainly wilt, rot, necrosis. Disease characteristics: mainly powder, mildew, granular materials, sclerotium, etc. 4. Control technology of Ascomycota and imperfect fungal diseases. 1. Choose disease-resistant and disease-tolerant varieties. 2. Rational cultivation and scientific management. Promote plant growth and development and improve disease resistance. 3. Timely removal of disease residues to interrupt the spread of pathogenic bacteria. 4. Chemical control. Chemical control should be applied before the peak period of disease onset. A good mixture of applications. Avoid single fungicide for best results. You can use broad-spectrum fungicides, such as mancozeb, chlorothalonol, carbendazim, exoxystrobin, cresoxim-methyl, etc. Special fungicides can prevent and control sclerotium disease and gray mold, such as vinclozolin, prozimidone, toclifos-methyl, etc. Validomycin and pencycuron have special effects for banded sclerotial blight, specially used for powdery mildew and leaf spot. Triadomifon, diniconazole, propiconazole, tebuconazole, etc. Special fungicides against rice blast. Chitosan P, isoprotheoline, tricyclazole, etc. Specially used for the prevention and treatment of blight. Hymexazole, imezalil. That's all for this class. Thank you for watching and see you in the next lesson.